Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and a little more on the R8. I've had a couple of days now and a chance to basically learn how to use it to record a few things and play a few things. Right at the moment I want to go back over this setup and give you an idea of the strong points and drawbacks of this little device. Maybe give you a good idea if you want one yourself, alright? First of all, if you're recording using a stereo microphone like this Blue Yeti I'm using, well, it's a Blue Yeti Pro, got a problem. Stereo microphones, and it requires two hookups, right? But you can ghost power it on one, and it's a good mono microphone, right? So it's kind of limited as far as hookups concerned, because you want your guitar plugged in. Good luck. There's not enough inputs. Second of all, it's not common sense to use this. Normally, on software, you turn your software on, you boot it up, you tell it where the music's coming from and where you want it to play through, and any effects you want to plug in, you just kind of plug in. A little different here. You just don't arm a track. You create a project. So it's a little different about setting it up, but very similar. Just got to learn the nomenclature involved here. Next, once you arm the tracks, once you set the program, you're going to tell it to record through these two devices right here, right? One of the drawbacks to that is that you're kind of limited as to tonalities and effects that you can create with the R8 as far as guitar is concerned. But if you have a modeling amp like I have with 70 different settings, well, hell, it doesn't make a difference. You can just create that through your amp and play directly through your amp instead of directly through your guitar. You have a choice, through your guitar or through your amp through your guitar. Either way, and you still have an open channel for your microphone to sing through, which I don't do it that way anyway. I do the track afterwards, lay it over, and therefore it's not a problem to set up that stereo microphone, and only record for demo purposes anyway. I don't record for production quality for my songs or my music. Oh, let's see. Little backward stuff about the R8. You push record and play right afterwards, and that's when it records. Otherwise, it just sits there. That took a few reading to figure that out. It's like, why won't this record? What's wrong? It's all set up. The tracks are on. It's not recording. But you gotta push play right afterwards, stupid. Little problem. I was using at one time these little wireless stereo headphones that are on my Yeti right now. And they started picking up an RF signal squeal, and that's probably from all the wiring around here and the limits as to what they can do. Of course, it could be from the electrics in the office, which I thought I had cleaned up. Through an electrician, but maybe not. Maybe I've got more work to go. The more electronics I add, the more problems I get. I've got to isolate so many different things within this room that I've got extension cords running freaking everywhere. Anyhow, basically this little R8 will record like 6 hours, I think. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's 6 hours worth of direct recording, which, if that's correct, that's really limited. If you've ever recorded a 12 song record or LP, it takes hours and hours and hours of practice, of work to create that, and you may end up with 200-300 hours worth of recordings at the end of it, and you have to melt it down from there. So with that in mind, I'm playing through my Lenovo with a special sound card and over to my ThinkPad, right? My little 320 gig ThinkPad that records up to 6,000 freaking hours. It's like, damn, record the universe on this thing. That's directly through USB, back through the software. And I thought for a while I would, switch from using these headphones. I stopped using the wireless and went to these old archaic fuckers here. Actually, are wired to listen to what I'm playing. And I thought, this is just ridiculous. This is getting hot and nasty. That damn cord's always in my way. So I started looking for some monitors. And I thought, well, I got something out in the garage or in storage somewhere. And the best thing I could come up with were two little practice amps, little 10 amp amps that, or 10 watt amps that I got laying around. It's like, damn, they're big, they're bulky. I'm adding even more electronics to the damn room. And they're huge. I mean, I didn't want to stick them on top of my desk, my poor little desk. Damn it. See how empty my cubby holes are? These would be full of tapes and reels and shit. Anyway, I didn't want to put those on top of that, and I don't have any guitar speakers. The speakers I have for my laptop are built in. I got 5 speakers built into this thing. 4 common speakers that are completely adjustable and a subwoofer. And this great little sound system I play all kinds of music on. But if you ever tried to record music before, you know that you need some type of monitor system to play it back as you're playing that's not full of latency, and gives you a true idea of what it sounds like as it's being recorded. Other than ordering a couple of speakers to go along with this R8, I thought, well, that's going to take some time to get those in. And friends of mine, like Golf Boy Brian, knows how long it takes me to get shit in the mail. Like, it takes double the time for me to get something in the mail that normal people take. So I started looking around the junk box and came up with this. This is my old antique Sony boombox, which I thought, those are great speakers on that thing. I remember playing it. It's really sounds true to the tone and volume and pitch, all that good stuff. And sure enough, it's got a microphone input. So this has become my new, my to be used until monitoring system. It's got, like I said, 2 really great little 6-inch speakers in it, 4-inch speakers. Really nice. It does the job very well. It's very loud. And it recreates the sound exactly as I play it, so no problems there. Good idea if you don't want to go out and buy some speakers and spend, $300 or $400 for some monitors. Grab your little boombox, put it to good use again, other than disturbing people on the beaches and the bus stations. Anyway, so back to the R8. One other thing I got to mention is this thing takes up a lot of wiring. You've got to basically get a laptop with like 8 different USB hubs on this thing and fire wires. So I've got to buy I have to buy a USB hub, like 8 more attachments to this thing, because it's just fucking ridiculous. How many spaces this thing takes up. What else? Basically, I laid down some practice music on it and had some fun with it. And it's not that hard to record something very simple with, just straight through. The effects is what really takes some effort to get used to programming. I'm still reading up on those. It's like this book's like only 600 fucking pages long. And I was like, damn. And just what I want to do. But the nicest thing about this, again, is so portable. You can use this thing with battery power, for God's sakes, or directly into the power to your house, or is powered by your laptop, which, trust me, you want your laptop powering, you don't want your house current powering this thing, because you want to pick up frequency from that for damn sure. Or at least I do, even though it's been isolated. And the neat thing about it is, other than my foot sticking down there, you got a complete drum set in front of you. Now, granted, it sounds kind of cheesy as you're playing it through your monitor, but for some reason, once it goes to track, it sounds goddamn good. It's like, damn, that sounds good. And if you ever try to use some MIDI recording that sucks and try to make it fit your tempo and add some type of punctuation to it that you want instead of what it has, you know what kind of problems I'm talking about you having trying to use a pre-recorded drum track. They just basically suck. This one's got 500 of them. As a matter of fact, all different genres, rock, country, pop, blah, 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 jazz. They're okay, but, you've got to make them fit. And, of course, you use this little spin wheel to adjust those in the tempo and speed, as well as inputs from the tool button here, and all the little things go along with it. Oh, boy. So, better to do your own than try to make somebody else's fit, I say. It's not that hard to do, basically. Just you get a little loop created and keep it going, and 30 seconds later you got a nice backing track with drums with, like I said, punctuation that you want instead of what they want to give you. Also, nice little gain knob on here for adjusting your gain to your guitar on the fly. If you don't have through an amp, you can make it growl somewhat. It's got a chorus, it's got a flanger, it's got reverb, and not much more than that. But with the different softwares I've got on this laptop, I've got Musica Acoustica, I've got Cube. I got all kinds of software on here for recording purposes, and it works pretty well. You can choose from 70 different amps. Same as with my regular amp. But very possibly disconnecting that amp could get rid of that little squeal I'm getting from my headphones. But I still have this little monitor, so what the hell. What else about this little thing? Output left, right, phones, controls in. The little foot pedal is totally fucking useless. I don't recommend buying that thing. So what the hell are you going to do with it? What I do recommend is getting an extra storage, because 6 hours is not going to cut it, I guarantee you. If that's right. That may be 600, but I think it's 6 hours. That's very limited. You need a lot of space to do this thing. Now, one thing about this setup that I got one hell of a microphone again. It's called the Blue Yeti Pro, and it is fantastic, folks. I mean, it's got 4 different microphones. It emulates. It's ribbon, it's condenser, it's diaphragm. It's a hell of a microphone. And this one I've got here, this older one, it's also a Blue Yeti, as you can see. I'm using it for all my pod and voiceovers or voice work right now. It's THX, and it's USB as well. Well, this is USB and it's Amphenol, or regular mic connector, as you can see. It's your choice. So how can you go possibly wrong with some microphone that creates 4 other microphones, for God's sakes, and costs less than $3,000? And I've used all kinds of the best, supposedly, quote unquote, best microphones available, and to be honest with you, they suck compared to this thing. This Blue Yeti Pro. This is a damn good microphone, and it does do true voice and effects as well. Let's see what else. I recorded some stuff for y'all to listen to play on this little boombox, my monitors. And as you know, I'm doing this for demonstration purposes only. I don't do it to entertain you. I don't do it to show off my music skills or my songs, because I sell that shit, and I've got contracts that say you don't give that shit away. Whoa. That may be a little loud, I'm not sure what to see. I've got the apex of those little speakers right at this mic. What's nice about this, of course, you get control over this, your sound from your monitors directly with your board and your effects, just like you do in a studio, right? You're not getting clipping from your microphones because of this, because it tells you what your clip levels are on your monitor here, if you can see this. So you can stay just below your clip levels. Also pretty neat about this thing is that it's seamless. You can stop it, pick up a different guitar, and never hear that click zip sound from a reel-to-reel that we used to make. As I switch guitars in the middle of this track, watch, or listen. Now granted, this is that 12 string with the pickup problems. Now here I'm adjusting the tones and the gain on this thing as I'm recording and just hitting some chords. Give you an idea what it can do. I think I'm playing a Fender at the moment, a little Telecaster. But I do switch to a 12 string, and it's kind of muffled sounding because the pickups suck. So I'm not using it for recording right now because it also won't stay in tune because there's 4 broken tuners on it. But it gives you a good idea of how this thing is just seamless. Okie dokie. So that in a nutshell is about how it runs. One last thing I can tell you about some gear. If you'll take a look at this little connector here, right? You see a little problem with this. I sent Sugar Britches to the electronics store to buy me some connectors, so I'll lose these things constantly. And as you can see, they come in different types actually. If I get this one to stand up, you little bastard. They come in stereo and mono. Right? See the little one black ring around it and the two? So the mono is pretty much like, whoops, that's useless. Anyway, what else is going on with me today? Sugar Britches got me some cigarettes, and they're out of Marlboro 100s and out of the other brand, and she got me these, made by I think the same company. Anyway, they're L&M and they're Turkish blend, and they're damn good cigarettes. They actually taste better than Marlboros being smoked with all the chemicals in them. I think there's less chemicals in this. Anyhow, that's about it from Dave in Texas. I think I told you everything there is to tell you about this little R8 I've learned so far. Its drawbacks, its strengths, and next video I'll produce, I'll show you how to actually load a track. Load a project up, do some recording on it, and add in some backing drums that you create on the fly rather than depend on somebody's fucked up mini track. Okay? Anyway, that's all I got to say for this. I think I'm going to keep it because basically the 14 track and the 24 tracks are just more tracks I can't use, and do not have the drum kits that come with it, along with my toe down there. So that's about it from Dave, and any questions about this, give me a holler. Bye.